What's up, Ragin Nation? This is Alex Jr. You're watching the Ragin Ronin review, and today's movie that I'm going to review for you is 50/50. It is inspired from a true story about the writer who was battling cancer, and really what it's about is how Joseph Gordon-Levitt's character has spinal cancer. He finds it pretty unbelievable because, you know, he's a pretty healthy individual. How can it happen to him? And what this movie really is about is the human spirit. And you're dealing with impossible odds, and you're trying to figure out how you're going to get through this. And that is what this movie is really about. It is a very realistic situation, and I'll bet some of you can imagine a situation where you think it was impossible to get through, but somehow you got through it. And you know how you got through it? It was staying positive and being with your friends and family. It was those people that mattered to you that made you get through this. And that's what this movie is about. It's about relationships, friendships. It's about how people deal with these ridiculous odds, but they just stay positive to fight through it. And I think the movie is less about the cancer, but more about the relationships that are built and broken and strengthened. And it's really about people. It's just about people. I love all the relationships that JGL has in this movie, like with his best friend, with his psychiatrist, with his girlfriend, with his family. I think a lot of people take family for granted, and it's a very realistic thing to happen because you think that your family's always there, so you don't need to really see them all the time, but when things happen, you're seeing them a lot. And sometimes you think they're a bit of a nuisance and you don't want them there, but deep down inside, it's really all about love. So that was portrayed really realistically in the movie. When I first went into the movie, I thought that the movie was going to start off where halfway through the movie he's going to discover that he has cancer. But it's not like that at all. The director just slams the cancer in your face right at the beginning of the movie, and you don't even know what hit you. And I knew that we were in for a good movie because I hated the doctor. Right at the beginning, you're given the character of this doctor who is so not full of compassion. He just doesn't care. It's not that he doesn't care, it's just that the trait of being a doctor dictates that you cannot be compassionate for your patients. And that is absolutely true. And he played it so well to the point that I just hated the doctor. He wouldn't even give any eye contact. He was just saying, yeah, it looks like you have a tumor. Later on, the cancer might develop and you're going to feel some headaches and nausea. And that's how it is. I was just thinking throughout that entire appointment, can you please look at him? Because if I had cancer, I would like you to look me in the face and tell me that. That way I know you're being serious. And it was that moment that I felt that, okay, this is going to be a real movie. And that's what I was treated to. It was a great movie. I love the characters in this movie. You had characters that are really strong and there for you, but then you also have characters that can't handle the situation and they lie to themselves because they don't want to tell you that this is too much for me to handle. They want to tell you what you want to hear, and that's the absolute truth. A lot of people can't handle the truth. I like this movie just because it was very real, and not only that, it just was a bit of an eye-opener for me to really show you who are the people that are going to be there for you when life just takes a crap on you. I don't even know if this is even a movie review right now at this point, but what I'm trying to tell you is that I recommend this movie. It is a very emotional ride. There's a lot of crude humor, but I think it's in very good spirits because Seth Rogen's character is a character that we've seen many times, but he's there because JGL really needs that support. And really the biggest cure for these types of situations is laughter. And we're given lots of that throughout the movie. I felt like I was actually in the movie. I felt that JGL was my friend and Seth Rogen was my best friend. And I was really right there. I was following this character's battle with cancer and how he was trying to fight through it. And the director did an amazing job with putting the audience, right into the story. And I just connected with every single character. I won't lie to you, I teared up in the theater. It really reached out at my heart and pulled at it, and this movie's not for everyone. It's been a while since I cried in the theater, but there were moments where I was just really grinning throughout because not only was it funny, but I just couldn't help but smile because I felt good. I felt really good that these characters are there to keep him staying positive, and these are the type of people you want to surround yourself with. And I just want to give you guys a message that If you have some close friends and family, tell them how you really feel about them, because sometimes you never know what might happen to you later in the future, and then it might be too late. And in some ways, it's not even about whether something is going to happen or not. Sometimes you should just really tell them, because it's a good thing for both parties. You tell them something positive, and they feel good about it in the end. And I think it's important that we do these things once in a while. Anyways, honestly speaking, the best movie I've seen in 2011. When you really think deep down inside of all the movies that you've seen this year, I'd have to say that 50-50 gets a 10 out of 10. Highly recommended, a strong emotional ride, but definitely a feel-good movie. This is Alex Yu, and thanks for watching the Ragin Ronin review. Peace. And some people will notice it, some people won't, but because of that, you think of Adam as a character. Like, you think that he's alive. And I think it's really shown off by the shots where the sun